What if the worst moment of your life was actually the beginning of your greatest purpose? What if betrayal wasn't the end, but the setup for blessing? Today we follow the story of Joseph, dreamer, prisoner, ruler. From Genesis 37 to 50, we'll trace a journey that proves God's plan doesn't skip the pain. It transforms it. This is Joseph's journey from betrayal to blessing. Joseph is 17, favored by his father Jacob, given a coat of many colors, a symbol of love but also a target. And then he dreams. Sheaves of grain bowing to his, stars and the sun bowing to him. His brothers don't just scoff, they snap. Jealousy turns to rage. They strip him of his robe, throw him into a pit, and sell him to slave traders. Joseph's journey begins not with applause, but abandonment. Joseph lands in Egypt, sold to Potiphar. He works hard. He earns trust. He rises in rank. But then another twist. Potiphar's wife falsely accuses him. Joseph is thrown into prison. From favored son to slave. From trusted servant to inmate. It seems like the dream is dying, but God is still with him. Even in prison, Joseph finds favor. He interprets dreams. He becomes a leader among the forgotten. 2 prisoners, Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker, have dreams. Joseph interprets them accurately. He asks the cupbearer to remember him, but he's forgotten for 2 years. Then Pharaoh dreams. No one can interpret it. The cupbearer finally remembers Joseph. Joseph is summoned. He interprets Pharaoh's dream, 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. Pharaoh is stunned. He appoints Joseph second in command over all Egypt. From prisoner to prime minister, from forgotten to favored, the famine spreads. Joseph's brothers come to Egypt for food. They don't recognize him, but Joseph does. He tests them. He watches their hearts. He sees their remorse. And then he reveals himself. I am Joseph, your brother. They're terrified. But Joseph says, what you meant for evil, God meant for good. The twist? Joseph doesn't just forgive, he blesses. He provides. He restores. Jacob comes to Egypt. Father and son reunite. Joseph ensures his family is cared for. Years later, Jacob dies. The brothers fear revenge. But Joseph reassures them again. He's not just healed, he's transformed. He's not just successful, he's surrendered. Joseph's journey ends not with bitterness, but with legacy. He becomes a symbol of resilience, forgiveness, and divine purpose. We all face betrayal. Moments when dreams feel distant. When pits feel permanent. When prisons feel like the end. But Joseph's story reminds us God is working even in the silence, even in the waiting, even in the injustice. The coat may be torn, the dream may be delayed, but the blessing is still coming. God doesn't waste pain. He weaves it into purpose. So if you're in the pit, if you've been betrayed, if you feel forgotten, remember Joseph, because the journey isn't over, and the blessing is closer than you think. Joseph's journey wasn't easy, but it was holy, and it changed generations. Thanks for watching Faith Unfolded. Subscribe, share, and keep trusting, because betrayal is never the final chapter.